Have you ever walked into your grandma's kitchen and feel like you got punched in the face by love? The kind of love that smells like fried chicken, cast iron skillets, and Sunday dinners that made you forget the world was falling apart. Did you know that the rich, savory smell was beef tallow, and that this so-called bad fat we ran away from might be the very thing your body has been missing? Stick around, because we're about to roast the lies you've been told about tallow, and why going back to grandma's kitchen might just be the healthiest step moving forward. I'll be honest, this topic still messes with my head. As a board-certified family doctor trained in family and obesity medicine, I was taught, like many of us, that animal fats were harmful. We were warned that saturated fat clogs your arteries and to use vegetable oils instead, and I believed it for decades. But over time, especially after going carnivore myself, I couldn't ignore the results I was seeing in my patients and in my own labs. My inflammation markers dropped, my irritable bowel faded away, and my brain fog gone. And yes, I started cooking with tallow, the beef fat we used to throw away. It became a staple in my kitchen. I still catch myself hesitating sometimes because this contradicts everything I was taught. But here's the truth. The science never actually proved tallow was harmful. It just got caught in the crossfire of bad data, politics, and profit. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, because some of you may not even know what I'm talking about. Tallow is simply rendered beef fat, usually taken from the suet, that hard fat around the kidneys. You slowly heat it to remove impurities, then strain it. What you're left with is a creamy, shelf-stable fat that hardens at room temperature. And while it used to be a cooking staple in every American home, it was quickly replaced by the industrial oils we now call vegetable oils. Let's be real, there's nothing vegetable about canola oil. Tallow, on the other hand, is made in a kitchen, not in a factory. It doesn't require chemical solvents or high heat extraction. It's a single ingredient fat our ancestors ate for millennia and thrived. Once upon a time, before Crisco and cholesterol fears, tallow was everywhere. Restaurants used it. Moms cooked with it. Even McDonald's French fries cooked in beef tallow until 1990. Then came the switch. Thanks to shaky studies looking at you, Ansel Keys, and a whole lot of corporate influence, saturated fat got demonized. In its place, highly processed seed oils, corn, soybean, canola, cheap to make, easy to scale, and loaded with fragile polyunsaturated fats. And just like that, tallow was kicked out of the kitchen and replaced with industrial sludge. What followed? A skyrocketing rise in obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and autoimmune disorders. Let's put on our white coats. Time to unpack why tallow might just be the fat your body actually wants. Number 1, saturated fat stability. Tallow is rich in saturated and monounsaturated fats. That makes it incredibly stable under heat. Unlike seed oils, it doesn't oxidize and turn rancid when you cook with it. Less oxidation equals fewer harmful aldehydes and lower inflammation. Number 2, stearic acid, the mitochondrial igniter. Tallow contains stearic acid, a saturated fat that improves mitochondrial function. Research shows stearic acid triggers mitochondrial fusion, increases fat oxidation, and may improve insulin sensitivity. Translation: your metabolism runs cleaner and hotter on this kind of fat. Number 3, conjugated linoleic acid, also known as CLA. Tallow contains small amounts of CLA, a fatty acid shown to reduce inflammation, support weight loss, and even have anti-cancer properties. Number 4, fat-soluble vitamins. If your tallow is grass-fed, it packs vitamin A, D, E, and K2, nutrients critical for hormone balance, immunity, and bone health. And guess what? These vitamins are fat-soluble. They need fat to be absorbed. No wonder your salad with low-fat dressing never left you satisfied. Number 5, skin and gut harmony. Tallow is remarkably similar to the structure of our own skin sebum. That's why it's ideal for natural skincare. It nourishes and protects without clogging pores. When eaten, its simplicity makes it easier to digest, especially for people with sensitive guts, IBS like me, or carnivore transitions. Let's get practical. Tallow has a high smoke point around 400 degrees Fahrenheit, making it excellent for sauteing, frying, roasting, and searing. You want pan-seared steak with flavor that slaps you across the taste buds? Tallow. And unlike refined seed oils, tallow doesn't leave that weird chemical aftertaste. It tastes real, rich, satisfying, and almost ancestral. Let's shift gears. Your skin is your largest organ, and yet we slather it with synthetic lotions full of alcohols, preservatives, and endocrine disruptors. Meanwhile, pioneers like Hebrews and Romans, they used animal fat, not because it was trendy, but because it worked. Modern tallow bombs are making a comeback, especially in carnivore and paleo circles. Why? Because tallow mimics human sebum. It absorbs beautifully, heals dry patches, and may even reduce eczema and dermatitis. Plus, it's free from petroleum and parabens. Bottom line, if you can eat it safely, your skin can likely trust it too. Here's the elephant in the room. But Dr. Hampton, isn't saturated fat bad for your heart? I get that concern, truly. I had it too. But here's what the data now shows. Saturated fat alone does not cause heart disease. Total cholesterol is a poor predictor of cardiovascular risk. Inflammation, insulin resistance, and oxidized LDL matter more. In fact, studies show that replacing saturated fat with refined carbs or seed oils actually increases cardiovascular mortality, while saturated fat reduces the risk for stroke. I've had patients come off statins, normalize their A1C, and improve their labs after switching to real animal fats, including tallow, while ditching the ultra-processed junk. You want to protect your heart? Start by cutting sugar and seed oils, not tallow. There's something poetic about this. The smell of tallow isn't nostalgia, it's a signal that food is being made the way it was meant to be. Simple, whole, full of love. Our grandmothers may not have had degrees in lipidology, but they knew how to nourish. They knew how to stretch $1, cook from scratch, and fill the home with joy. And now, as science catches up, we're realizing they had it right all along. So here's my challenge to you. Swap out one cooking oil for tallow this week. Try a tallow balm for skincare. Try a tallow balm for dry skin. Leave a comment and tell me, what dish reminds you the most of Grandma's kitchen? And if you want to go deeper into more topics on how to achieve metabolic health, check out the video on the screen. Or even better, subscribe to my channel and click on the link here, because the truth isn't new, it's just been rediscovered. I'll see you in the next video.